What if everything we know about human history is wrong? We tell ourselves a story of progress, first farming, then villages, then cities, and only then temples and meaning. But what if the story is not that simple? What if the grandest structures of our ancient past were not built by farmers, but by hunters? What if our need for meaning came first? This question lies buried in the dust of southeastern Turkey, challenging how we see our own journey. We imagine our ancestors as practical, focused on survival. Food, water, shelter. Religion, we think, came later. But a discovery on a lonely hilltop forces us to reconsider everything. It suggests the urge to gather, worship, and create something monumental might be more fundamental than we ever imagined. Imagine a time long before the pyramids, before pottery, when humanity roamed the earth as hunters. In this distant past 12,000 years ago, a group of people gathered, not farmers, but hunters, and accomplished something extraordinary. They built a structure so complex and old that it shatters our understanding of the ancient world. This is not just an academic puzzle, it's a journey into the heart of who we are. What motivated them to undertake such a colossal task? What secrets did they encode in these ancient pillars? The answers are not easy to come by. They are whispered on the wind that blows across a barren hill in Turkey. A hill that holds a secret that could rewrite the first chapter of our shared human story. It forces us to ask, what truly came first? Survival or the search for meaning? And what does that say about us? In southeastern Anatolia, Turkey, there is a hill called Göbekli Tepe, Potbelly Hill. For centuries it was just another mound, plowed by farmers who sometimes struck buried stones. Locals thought it sacred, but had no idea what lay beneath. This region is the Fertile Crescent, the cradle of civilization, where agriculture supposedly began. But Göbekli Tepe predates all known civilizations. It belongs to the Stone Age, a time we associate with simple survival, not monumental architecture. The hill overlooks the plains of Haran, a vantage point for ancient eyes. For thousands of years, the great stone circles of Göbekli Tepe lay hidden, intentionally buried by their builders. They covered their sacred creation with tons of earth, creating the Potbelly Hill we see today. Why would a people build something so magnificent, only to bury it? It remains one of the site's greatest mysteries. It's as if they preserved their world for a future generation to discover. Göbekli Tepe's rediscovery began with a simple survey in the 1960s. Archaeologists noted the mound and limestone fragments, but dismissed them as medieval gravestones. The world's oldest temple was mistaken for a graveyard and forgotten. In 1994, a shepherd named Savak Yıldız noticed a carved stone sticking out of the ground. He reported it, and soon Klaus Schmidt from the German Archaeological Institute arrived. Schmidt recognized the stones as the tops of immense T-shaped pillars, unlike anything seen before. The flint chips covering the hill were evidence of a massive, ancient operation. This was not a cemetery, but something far older and grander. Schmidt began excavations in 1995. As soil was removed, dozens of pillars emerged, arranged in huge circles. Some pillars stood over 18 feet tall and weighed up to 15 tons. They were connected by stone walls, forming distinct enclosures. Archaeologists realized they were uncovering a prehistoric sanctuary, built by people who, according to textbooks, shouldn't have been able to do this. The site's scale and complexity stunned the world. Göbekli Tepe was a revelation, a Stone Age monument that rewrote history. The question was no longer what it was, but how and why it was built. The discovery of Göbekli Tepe upended everything we thought we knew about civilization. The standard theory was that agriculture came first, then settlements, then temples. But Göbekli Tepe was built around 9600 BC, thousands of years before pottery, writing, or the wheel. There are no houses, no hearths, no evidence of farming, only wild animal bones. The builders were hunter-gatherers, not settled farmers. How could nomads organize to build something so massive? It required planning, leadership, and a shared vision. Conventional wisdom said this was impossible without agriculture, yet here was proof, carved in stone. Maybe the need to gather for a sacred purpose was the catalyst for civilization itself. Perhaps building this temple forced people to cooperate and innovate. The challenge of construction may have sparked the invention of farming. The temple, it seems, may have built the city, not the other way around. Göbekli Tepe forces us to rethink the origins of society. Walking among Göbekli Tepe's circles is like stepping into a stone zoo from a forgotten world. The pillars are not just blocks, they're stylized human figures with arms, hands, belts, and loincloths. These stone people stand in a circle, watching. Their bodies are covered in exquisite carvings, snarling foxes, powerful bulls, cranes, ducks, spiders, scorpions, and, most prominently, snakes and wild boars. The artistry is breathtaking, especially considering the age and the simple tools used. The animals are full of life and movement, not just static figures. Animals played a central role in the builders' spiritual and mythological lives. The carvings capture the power of nature in stone. Interestingly, the most commonly hunted animals, like gazelle, are rarely depicted. Instead, the art focuses on predators and the strange. The carvings are not a menu, they're a story, a mythology we can no longer read. The animals may be symbols, guardians, or characters in ancient stories. These circles were places where myth and ritual came alive. The missing pieces are as intriguing as what remains. The Stone Menagerie is a window into a lost world of belief. Göbekli Tepe's art is a silent language, echoing across millennia. Some carvings at Göbekli Tepe are especially mysterious. On the vulture stone, a headless human body is surrounded by animals, a possible story about death and the soul's journey. In ancient cultures, vultures carried souls to the heavens. The headless figure may symbolize the soul's release. Abstract symbols, H-shapes, crescents, add to the mystery. The carvings are a lost language, their meanings hidden from us. What remains is the sense of a powerful tradition, passed down for centuries, echoing in stone. What was Göbekli Tepe for? Most believe it was a temple, a gathering place for nomadic hunter-gatherers. Scattered groups would travel here to meet, share, and participate in rituals. The site's monumentality and lack of permanent settlement suggest it was a place of pilgrimage. Vast quantities of animal bones point to massive feasts, crucial for bonding the community. This challenges our ideas about religion. Complex ritual and shared belief existed before agriculture. These hunters grappled with big questions: life, death, the cosmos. The enclosures may have served different clans or ceremonies. Central pillars could represent deities or ancestors. Smaller ones, the living community. Göbekli Tepe was the spiritual and social heart of their world. It was a theater for the myths and rituals that bound them together. Some researchers believe Göbekli Tepe was also an astronomical observatory. The circles and pillars may align with the sun's solstices or track stars on the horizon. Animal carvings could represent constellations. The vulture stone might be a star map. This suggests the builders were not just priests and artists, but also astronomers. The temple may have been a Stone Age university, preserving sacred knowledge about the cosmos. Myth and science were intertwined. The sky was a sacred text. Proving these theories is difficult, but the idea is compelling. Göbekli Tepe may have been a model of the cosmos, a bridge between earth and sky. The pillars could be a mirror to the heavens. The people here reached for meaning in both stone and stars. After decades of excavation, Göbekli Tepe's central mystery remains. Why did hunter-gatherers build it? Was it a new religion, fear of a cosmic event, or the vision of a leader? Only a fraction of the site has been uncovered. Many more enclosures and pillars lie buried. Each discovery brings more questions. Around 8000 BC, the builders deliberately buried their creation and walked away. Did their beliefs change? Did farming make the temple obsolete? Göbekli Tepe is a message in a bottle, a communication across time. It reminds us our story is older and stranger than we knew. Our ancestors were creative, intelligent, and spiritual, driven by the same needs for meaning as us. Göbekli Tepe stands as a silent testament to a forgotten chapter of the human journey.